Granted, mind your fucking business. That's what the video about. Understand and understand that when you in somebody's business but yours, that means you snooping around. You're looking for something that you're being curious about. And what happens when you go snooping? You get caught up like the mouse. And of course, your ass get on a trap. AKA, you see the trap on the floor. You see the peanut butter. It's cool. Feel me? Yeah, but remember, you're not the source of that peanut butter. You ain't put that peanut butter on that trap. So, of course, you're going to be very nosy, very curious to basically see what this shit is. So, there you go. Slipping and sliding and being curious. And, of course, you done curious George your way into a mouse trap. And either you got your shit slapped by the snap breaker, or you got your shit caught on a sticky eraser. Either way, you don't put yourself in a circumstance situation of getting trapped. And when you get trapped, ain't no coming back from that. Because once the person that put the peanut butter on the trap, that's their business. And of course, you in their business, you in their space, you in a location. So of course, if you in the wrong place, wrong time, you're gonna experience the wrong place, wrong time scenario. This is also a circumstance situation where if you in the public, if you basically with a set of people and you know you're not supposed to be with these people, you're gonna be guilty by association, hanging with the wrong crowd, being in the wrong positionings. This is what's fucking up your business because you're not in the business of handling your business because you're focusing on being at other people's properties, other people's businesses. And of course, this is a circumstance situation where you shouldn't even be endeavoring yourself in that positioning. You need to focus more on positioning yourself and a better preconception. Because of course, being too naive is cool, but of course, it puts you at a certain distance because you got to be aware of all locations and all scenarios and all gratitudes, no matter where you at, no matter who you with. You got to always be on point because the person you with can be the reason why you don't make it to the next day. The person you vibrating with can be the reason why you don't even make it to the next season. So you got to be very careful of why you hang with these peoples and what are the reasons and the presumptions of why you being around this person. Don't beat around the bush. It's cool, yeah, that person, you may knew this person, you may grew up with this person a while back, but don't put yourself in the position of being comfortable by relying on that perspective. You gotta always be aware and always be on point and always be aware of what's going on in your surroundings. Because of course, if you're not aware of your surroundings, if you don't have clairvoyance, if you don't have clarity, you won't be able to pick up the slight differences. And of course, you're gonna always be in an aura field of picking up wrong vibes and wrong areas because you're in an unfamiliar place, in an unfamiliar location. It's just like how it is when you meet somebody. You're curious. You're like, what is this person? I just met this person. I'm not comfortable with this person. I don't know who the fuck this person is. So it took me time for me to be able to actually condemn or get with this person. And 10 times out of 10, that person you either condemning with or getting with, they're not going to really be in a circumstance situation of holding you down or being around you all the time. So you got to basically put them to test. You got to put everybody through a test. And of course, if they're not willing to go through the test and be tested, then what's the purpose of you even basically testing your energies with these people? You might as well untest yourself from that vibe, from that situation ASAP. You don't want to be around no miscellaneous ass spirits or miscellaneous souls or miscellaneous people, because these people will put you in positions of getting you trapped in certain vortex in certain areas and certain locations. Just because they said she got the best WAP on the block don't mean you put yourself in that position to basically test out that WAP, because you could be testing out some WAP, but 10 times out of 10, your whole life can change in the blink of a second. Yeah, it may be cool at first when you tried out the WAP, but what was the purpose of you basically going inside the WAP? What did you get out of the WAP? Did you create or manifest something outside of the WAP? If not, you was just basically vibrating low, and of course you put yourself in the experience of not reciprocating the benefits of what you're truly supposed to be aiming for when you're supposed to aim your semen inside her egg cell. So this is a circumstance situation where you have to be very cautious. You're very mindful of what you're getting your business into, or what you're putting your businesses, or where you sticking your nose at. Because if you sticking your nose into the wrong place, your shit gonna get chopped off like Pinocchio's. And of course, if you lying to yourself in ways you shouldn't be lying to yourself, Your nose gonna grow bigger. We're gonna see something. Your aura, something is gonna just be very off with you. There's really no hiding about that. The proof is in the pudding. So if you know what's going on, then you know the state of awareness, a state of being you're supposed to be in. You know not to put yourself in that scenario. This is the whole purpose of going through experiences. Because, of course, you're supposed to learn from your experiences. This way, once you learn from your experiences, you start to grow and you start to get bigger. And, of course, the bigger you are, the more you can't sustain this body. So you got to go to a new world, a new domain, a new location, a new space. This is what's helping you build your new world, your new offer strikes. And, of course, this world ain't just the only world that you see. They try to make it seem that way so you can keep coming back here and keep creating their worlds. Fuck their world. Their world is done. Their world is over. As you can see, there's a whole lot of changes globally. So if you're in a position of getting lost or getting caught up into the shit that they presenting you on a day-to-day basis and not having a mind state or a mind frame to basically backtrack up out of that circumstance situation, and of course, you're going to put yourself in scenarios of getting trapped and coming right back in the trap. You ain't going nowhere. You're going to carry the same aura field within you into a next life, into a next body. And of course, this is what's going to create a new world for you. And of course, this world that you're creating could be a hell or it could be a heaven. But understand, overstand, this shit is like 7-Eleven. You're either going to gain wisdom and knowledge from within yourself, or you're going to create the two, which is the 2-Elevens. And you're going to value shit outside of yourself. So you need to value within you what you need to truly offer to this world. And of course, you add those two up, you get 9. 9 is for completion. So you need to focus on completing what you created, what you made. And of course, a lot of people are like, what is my purpose? What am I doing on this planet? What did I come here to do? Understand, understand. Just like how you can have a dream today and forget the shit tomorrow, that could be the same circumstance situation of you becoming the soul and creating the body. Just like how you could forget like that, that's how quick you could forget that you created this body. That's how quick you could basically forget all the memories you had when you was a child. You can forget just like that. And of course, it's always so important to always remember. Because when you remember, you will know what to do and know what not to do. So, of course, this is a circumstance situation of taking full responsibilities over the reciprocations that you're basically entitled to or tangling yourself in. And of course, your spider senses is always going to tangle and tell you what you should be doing or what you should not be doing. But also, follow your gut. If you ain't following your gut, then you have a problem. Because your gut is like one of the areas that you created to be alerted. The mind, the mentality, you can't control this shit. It's hard to control this shit. Why? Because this is not you. You created this shit. But of course, understand, it comes with bacteria.